Wow, guy. So, new accusations for Conor. It's going to be a good day on YouTube for Jesse on Fire because Conor McGregor apparently has been accused of beating a woman on his boat. And she had to do a James Bond level. Well, actually, you know what? I've got a better comparison for her escape. War Machine's girlfriend. We've been talking about that a lot lately, right? War Machine's girlfriend, Phil Baroni, beat his girl to whatever. And then War Machine beat up Christy Mack and she had to throw herself off of a balcony. Very similar situation in this story. The girl had to throw herself off of Conor's yacht to avoid getting killed by Conor. And the details of this story are identical. Bizarrely identical to stories we've already heard about Conor in very similar situations. So here's the thing, okay? This story, if I had just heard it and there was no background, I hadn't seen a video of Conor doing something similar, and this thing with the DJ in Italy had never happened, I would just be like, this is nonsense. I wouldn't have believed it. I genuinely would not have believed it. I would have been like, come on, this is too crazy. Conor's just going to try to kill a girl for no reason, okay? I'm going to get into the details of the story, obviously, but he is being accused of kicking and punching, like kicking a girl in the stomach, punching her in the face, telling her he's going to drown her. And then she had to throw herself off of her yacht to escape. And she gets picked up by like the people that drive around in boats and rescue people, right? In Spain. So, there's a lot more to the story than that. But I've heard this story before about Conor. I've even seen a video of Conor doing something very similar to this. So we're going to get into all of that. And I just want to say this really quick. It's like, hey, Jesse, who's your favorite fighter? Well, what do you mean? I mean, who's your favorite fighter? You have a UFC channel on YouTube that's kind of successful. Like, who's your favorite fighter? I mean, that's not a simple question to answer. Are we talking favorite, like I would root for them to win all the time? Are we talking he's like someone I would love to hang out with? Are we talking, because honestly, like my favorite fighters, probably one of my buddies. Anthony's probably my favorite fighter, actually. But, like just for whatever we're talking about here, like be more specific. I don't really want to. Okay, well then it's Conor. And it's Conor because I have a YouTube channel that thrives on drama. And this guy, like, he doesn't even fight. And it's like, dude, you're trying to kill girls in Spain? That's my man right there, dude. He's all, Jesse, it looks like it's a slow week for you. Don't worry. We'll just make sure there's a story about me trying to murder an innocent girl for no reason. And I'm sure that'll do gangbusters for your channel. So, yeah, we're going to get into all of that. And I'm going to tell you why I believe this story. So before we do, though, like every other video, please subscribe to the channel if you're going to watch my stuff. Again, on this channel, it's not like, hey, I'd like to earn your subscription. That's the cost. I work extraordinarily hard. If you want to watch my content, subscribe. And you can watch all of it. You can have access to every single thing. It's free, but you just have to click the button. And then you're in the best community on YouTube. If this is your first time to this channel, the very first time you see me, you're probably like, who does this guy think he is? You can't just tell me I have to subscribe. Well, that's true. On your first video, I don't. But don't take a second one for free because that's what the deal is. It's your lifetime subscription. Handshake. Don't be a dick, dude. You're stealing if you do. Also, I have a brand new sponsor that is so sick. So sick. It's Athletic Greens. You guys are going to watch it. I'm putting it on this video specifically because I know a lot of people are going to see it and I love their product. Give it a look. Jesse, what's your favorite thing about being a YouTuber? Well, I love when I have sponsorship offers that happen to be companies that my wife has been asking me to buy for months and months and months, like Athletic Greens, that's the sponsor of this particular video. Their drink AG1 is exactly what Gabrielle was asking me for Christmas. I forgot, and now they're sponsoring the channel. So what is AG1? Well, that's an excellent question, sir. It's basically like taking vitamin D, your multivitamin, and every other annoying thing that you take, and just put it in one little scoop of a delicious powdered drink that you shake up with water and you drink one time in the morning and you're done with it. Well, I don't take multivitamins. Why is that important? I don't really know. I didn't either, but I can tell you what I like about Athletic Greens AG1 drink. Basically, my quality of life comes down to three things. One is my energy level. Two is my brain's ability to focus so I can speak clearly. And three is my muscle recovery after getting strangled at jiu-jitsu. Now, I've been using this drink for 3 weeks, and I cannot stress this enough. I have never felt a bigger impact on those three categories from a single product than I do from AG1. I drink it once in the morning. I come up and I film. I speak clearly. You guys can all attest to that. I could do two people at once. Clear head, clear brain, lots of energy. And then I go to jiu-jitsu and I can think clearly. And I beat guys that I should beat and I don't get beat by guys that I shouldn't. Now, if you use my link and buy today, you're going to get a 1-year supply of the immune supporting vitamin D3K 2 and 5 travel packs for free with your first purchase. You cannot put a price tag on your own health. Go check it out. Links in the description. You are going to love it, and I am happy to bring it to you. Real talk, dude. Every single day, I love them. That's why I'm so sharp right now. All right, so let's get into this story. I will tell you the details, what he's being accused of, and then we'll get into the real details of this story, which are, kind of where I separate from other YouTube channels, because I'm not just going to tell you facts from a case. I'm going to tell you like, hey, are you guys curious what it's like to, do a bunch of and be up for like 4 straight days drinking booze, and that's the only thing that keeps you awake, and maybe some kind, like what it would be like to have a psychotic break in a situation like that? Do you know a lot of people that'll talk about that openly besides me? No? Oh, right. They're like, oh, how did this channel blow up? Like that. Just straight talk like you're going to get on this video. So, yeah. So here's the basic gist. This woman, who's apparently 41, 42 years old, knows Conor from her old neighborhood. Like they grew up together. They saw each other in Ibiza or Spain or whatever. Conor goes, hey, girl, come on the boat. We're here partying. It's my 34th birthday. Come on the boat. She's like, oh my God, Conor, you've made such an incredible success of yourself. I'd love to come on the boat. He's all, oh, girl, we're going to have a great time. So they party on the boat. They're partying all day, partying all night. And then as the sun comes up, per her report, she said something happened where Conor had a switch go off in his brain. That's the way that she described it. It's like a switch flipped, and he just looked at her and flipped out. Kicked her in the stomach, started telling her, like calling her ugly, talking about her appearance, kicked her in the stomach, punched her in the jaw, and then told her he was going to drown her. He said, I'm going to drown you. Who the fuck do you think you are? Okay? So she was able to, while people were, trying to grab him or whatnot, she was able to kind of slither away and throw herself off the boat into the ocean. Okay? So the safer of her two options. Okay? She's on a boat. Okay, she's on a boat. It's 6 a.m. The sun is just coming out. She could either stay on said boat with multimillionaire and bodyguards, whatever, and all these people. She could either just stay there, or she could fling herself into the ocean like Galadriel from the Rings of Power. If you don't know that reference, you don't want to. It's a terrible show. So those are two options. Like, which seems safer? Throw yourself into the ocean and, maybe you could swim somewhere or hope that the sharks won't bite you. Like that, like just randomly throw yourself in the ocean with no plan, or stay on the boat. And she went with throw herself in the ocean. Okay? She went with throw herself in the ocean because that's safer than staying on this boat with this lunatic who just kicked me in the stomach and punched me in the jaw. Now, I know this is going to come as a huge shock to people, but most women have never been kicked or punched in the face. Like, I know this is an MMA YouTube channel. I know everybody assumes that like people are totally used to getting punched and kicked and stuff. But I want you guys, all you violent maniacs that are my, viewers, to remember what it was like the first time you got punched in the face. Okay? Boxing glove, middle school, the first time someone actually hit you and you actually felt what it's like to get punched. Maybe you saw a big white flash if someone really, really got you good. You saw a big white flash and then you were just shocked that it actually happened. Like, remember what that's like. Then imagine that after the initial shock of that moment, you looked up and it was someone who was 50 times stronger than you, okay? 50,000 times crazier than you, and someone that you have no power base to even, like, it's Conor McGregor, okay? Not only is he stronger, he's like one of the most physically fit people in the world because this is Conor McGregor. This is Conor McGregor. Yeah. Now, one thing I will say, as I just said that right now, is it seems like things have gotten kicked up a notch since he broke his leg, right? And so if we're speculating about whether maybe he has been ingesting things that would make him want to be outside the USADA testing pool, and then you mix it with a bunch of other things, all of these like random attacks like Machine Gun Kelly, this thing with Fakinetti, DJ Fakinetti, dude, Bisbing says that guy's name. So funny, dude. Go look up, I don't know how you'd find it, but go find Bisbing's video that he did about the DJ. And he says DJ Fakinetti. So funny, dude. But yeah, so those two incidents and this incident, all after Conor broke his leg, when he has been, potentially, doing things that are, you like that? You like that, huh? You like the way that looks, girl? Look at the vein. Look at the vein. So maybe that has something to do with why he's attacking people. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is that we have 3 incidents now. 3. Okay? One that I can verify because I saw a video of it, right? Where he flips out for no reason. Flips out for absolutely no reason. I saw it with the Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox thing. I watched the video. There's nothing going on. Nothing. He is literally looking at them and then he flips out and throws a glass. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? Like, you think Machine Gun Kelly's all, hey, Conor McGregor, you got a broken leg, dog. Like, there's nothing going on. And then DJ Falconetti tells a story where Conor invites him and his wife to come back to his place or wherever, this after party. They're totally cool. They're having a great time all night. And then boop, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, at 4 a.m, he blitzes DJ Falconetti. Okay. Now, in my opinion, I think there's a high likelihood that those 2 incidents had something to do with the smoke show girl standing next to the 2 guys, right? Like you got dude Falconetti. Look up Falconetti's wife, dude. Smoke. Okay. And then you've got Machine Gun Kelly, Megan Fox. Smoke. Now, my hypothesis before had been like, I think if you get Conor into a certain kind of zone and he's used to getting what he wants all the time, literally all the time, there's nothing that he wants that he doesn't get like instantly. And he sees something that he wants that he can't have, it like he's got lizard brain. You know what I mean? It's like he literally, every single thing is at his fingertips. There's nothing that he wants that he can't just get just like that. And so I honestly think that is a high likelihood. It's like when he's on a 3-day, 4-day bender, and it's like he's got animal brain going. He's like Megan Fox. He's all, oh my God, I would lick that girl's body from head to toe. I would put her on my desk. I would put her face into my computer, and I would lick that. And then he's like, wait, I can't. Wait a minute. I can't. Wait, why can't I? Why can't I do that right now? It's that guy. He's the one that's not letting me do BAP. How you like that, Falconetti? Anyway, that was my theory. That was my initial theory, just because 2 very, kind of similar looking girls, great bone structure, dark hair, look pretty similar to Gabrielle, to be perfectly honest with you. Conor could invite me and Gabrielle to, like, hey, would you like to come play Monopoly with me and D? I'd be like, fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. With Gabrielle, I'm good, dude. I have no illusions of me winning in a fight against you, and I certainly don't want to, I don't want to tempt you to the point where you feel like you have to like decapitate me, dude. But this girl is a girl. She's a girl. But what do they have in common, right? Like the Falconetti guy, it's just something flipped, dude. Something just flashed. He said that they were literally having like a regular conversation, and then he said he looked at Conor and he said that his face, all of a sudden there was no one home. I know that look. Okay? I know that look. Now, if you thought that I was going to tell you a story about myself doing a 4-day bender and then here's how I flipped out. No. And here's the reason for that. I don't drink like that. Okay? I don't drink like that. However, like I've been up a couple days before, like that's happened before, not in a very, very long time, but that's happened. And I have been with people who not only did that, but they drank a lot. And I'm telling you, there is this like moment where a person is like, dude, you should have been asleep literally a day and a half ago, right? Especially with all the booze that you're sticking a chemical battery in your back that is the only reason you are awake. You are so far past where you should have been asleep, it's hard to even wrap your brain around, okay? You are a danger to yourself and other people around you. And if you happen to be kind of like a live wire violent person, you just never know what they're going to do, dude. You just never know what they're going to do. Now, the people like that who I've been around, I'd whip their fucking ass. So like they're not any danger to me, but I've seen them and I had to be like, hey, make sure he doesn't do something totally insane because he has done things that are totally insane before, I had to gut shot this guy one time. The specific guy that I'm talking about, I had to gut shot him one time. It's the only time I've ever punched one of my friends. I punched him straight in the gut. Trust me, he fucking earned it, dude. But he was like that. Like, I'm like, the person in this meat suit is not the person that I'm friends with. And anyway. So, yeah, I mean, look, here's the other thing about this story. When this story first came out, she told the authorities, because she got rescued by the, she got rescued by the whatever, Coast Guard or whatever. And they took her in, and she initially said, no, never mind. It wasn't Conor. It was someone else on the boat. So they didn't do anything with it. And then when she got home, she's like, actually, it was Conor. Now, people are going to hear that, and they're going to be like, oh, she's just after money, dude. She's just after money, dude. Which is possible. Possible. Unlikely, but possible, right? Because what that sounds like to me is someone who's in a foreign country and is scared out of her mind. And she's like, this guy has tremendous resources. If I try to jam him up with a case here, he might kill me. Like, he might kill me. I just want to go home. Like, I feel, I've never been punched before, and I've certainly never been punched by a professional fighter. I've never been kicked before, never been kicked by a professional fighter. I just jumped into the ocean. I was so afraid for my life that I threw myself in the ocean. I have serious trauma right now. I am terrified. I just want to go home, dude. I just want to go home. I don't want to deal with this. I just want to go home so I can feel safe. Gets home and then is like, fuck that. That psychopath is going to pay me. And if he really did this, he should. He should. And here's the other thing. If this is if he really did this, he needs to chill. He's going to kill someone if he hasn't already. Like, seriously. For the exact reason I laid out. He's used to getting whatever he wants, and then he doesn't get it, and like this, like he is a, like would sober Conor be any danger to anyone? Of course not. Like, dude, like really got my shit together. Sober Conor is the one that you saw before the second Dustin fight. He's not a bad guy, really. You know what I mean? He's a reckless live wire. You get that guy on a bunch, and he's dangerous. Super dangerous because he has no consequences for anything. Like, hypothetically, just hypothetically, right? A person like that who every person there is in their employ. Let's just say that someone didn't escape, right? And for whatever reason, he, like some, just in a blind rage, just beat someone to death. What do you think's going to happen? Like, seriously, what do you think's going to happen? Okay? All these people that are in the employ, they're going to make that thing disappear. Like, you think they're going to... Listen, so we need to report a crime. Our boss that's paying our salary, he killed some guy, We can't really explain it. He just lost it. But it's important that you come arrest him. Or do you think they're going to be like, how do we make this problem disappear so that our lives don't fall apart? I'm just talking human nature. I'm not saying that that's actually happened. Like, I'm really not. I'm just saying that is what would happen. Almost for sure. Barring there being a million witnesses. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say about this story, except that happened. So, that happened. That is concerning that he keeps doing that, dude. That is concerning that he keeps doing that. He should really stop partying. It's fun not partying. Look at me, dude. Look at me. I was a live wire maniac when I was younger. Look at me. I'm having a great time, dude. I'm having a great time. Never doing things like that. So I'm just going to throw this at the end of all of my videos. So I've been looking for ways that I can connect with my viewers better, like things that I can do that are interactive, right? I like talking to you guys. I like playing with you guys. I like you guys live stream. I love that stuff. And so I partnered with a daily fantasy company that is doing these like prop bet games where you basically are betting on, will this guy have this stat over under, basically? Will this guy get at least one knockdown in this fight? Will this guy get at least 70, significant strikes? Will there be 40 significant strikes combined in the first round? All this stuff around, UFC. Now, obviously, they do the same exact bet structure for NFL, NBA, etc. But for me, they're going to do these. You could do them, on their own, but they're going to do these contests that are specifically for me and my fans. So it'll be Jesse on Fire. You guys will get to join. I will be in them. We'll be playing against each other. I'm going to be live streaming so that I could talk to you guys. We could talk through the chat. The people who are in the contest, you guys can be, like in the chat, like, I'm going to be like, oh, so Moreno's in first. Which one of you guys is Moreno? And you could, like all caps be like, that's me, son. And we'll be like, all right, well, if this guy gets a submission, you win, right? I'm going to do additional prizes. There, the buy-ins are going to be small. Like, this is not like about like you guys spending a bunch of money. Like, there'll be like $5 buy-ins or something. And then, there will be like the cash will go to winners and stuff, but that's just kind of entry fee. And then I'm going to do additional prizes on all of them. And the goal is to get 1,000 people into one of them. Now, it'll take a while, obviously. But when we get to one where we have 1,000 people in it, I will do a bananas prize. That is my promise to you guys. Whenever we get to 1,000 people in one of these contests, I will do a ridiculous prize. Like something outlandish. Better than just bring you to a UFC. Like maybe, well, I don't know. I mean, maybe bring you to a UFC and we sit in the front row or something, you know, and it's free for you or whatever. Anyway, we'll figure it out. But yeah, so the link is in the description and you can sign up. They're going to do a deposit match for you. So if you put in $10, you'll get $20. It's up to $100. If you do $5, I think it's a $10 minimum and you get 20. Then if you do 15, you get 30. If you do 50, you get 100. If you do 100, you get 200. It's relatively straightforward. And you can mess around with the games now. And then when a UFC one is coming up, I will send you guys a link and you guys can join the specific Jesse on Fire one. It'll be awesome. So you use the link in the description. Like I said, you know, this is not about like juking a bunch of money out of you guys. So, you know, I think minimum is $10 to get started. And then when the contests start, we will get on it. It's going to be super fun. And I'm going to live stream and you guys will be able to, you know, it's going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun. And I'm really excited about this because I had this idea for my fantasy sports company, this exact idea where I was like, let people play with their, you know, their viewers or their fans or whatever. It's like, let them see your face while you're interacting with them. And now through another company, I get to do this myself. So I'm very excited about this. So anyway, jump in. Let's do this.